Fellow Speech Club members, my name is Geoff and I will be speaking to you with my speech entitled Motivation, Health and Productivity. Motivation and health and productivity are interrelated topics. If you have a clear purpose in your life and a good motivation, that's going to make you want to focus more on your health. And if you feel healthy and strong and energized, you're also going to want to be more productive. And when you're more productive, you become more confident, which encourages you to have more motivation. So therefore, we have all these three topics interconnected. In my speech today, I'm going to be describing a few stories of some significant leaders in the world who have mastered these three different concepts and showing how you can also master these techniques and encourage this virtuous cycle in your life. First of all, motivation. If you have a clear purpose or motivation behind your work or your personal life, it will give you a passion and a reason to get up in the morning, and this will give you meaning and direction in your life. One person who had a very clear purpose in his life was Steve Jobs, the late CEO of Apple. He once said that being the richest person in the cemetery doesn't mean anything to him. He'd rather go to sleep at night and think that, yes, I have accomplished something incredible today. I've made a difference. Steve Jobs was passionate about creating technology experiences that were intuitive, powerful, and changed the world. And he inspired millions of people with his designs, with his products, his philosophies, and even his speeches. So how do you find your purpose? There are some questions that you can ask to help you find your purpose. And it comes down to this concept of ikigai that you might have heard about, where there's three key questions. First of all, what are you good at? Secondly, what do you enjoy doing, or what is your passion? And thirdly, who are the people that you're going to be helping, or how can you make this useful for someone? Steve Jobs also said, your work is going to fill a large part of your life. So the only way to be truly satisfied is to do what you believe in. It is great work. And the only way to do great work is to love what you do. The next big topic in these three interconnected areas is health. It's about taking care of yourself. Your health is your most valuable asset. If you have a lot of money and a lot of power, but you feel sick all the time or you're unhappy, you won't be able to enjoy the benefits of even that the richest person in the world has. It starts with paying attention to your physical, mental, and emotional self. And it means eating well, sleeping well, managing stress, and having fun. It also means being kind to yourself, acknowledging your flaws, and embracing your strengths. One of the most successful people who valued his health was Albert Einstein. He believed that his health was essential to his intellectual activities, and he once said, "A healthy body is the guest chamber of the soul. If for a sick person, it is a prison." Einstein himself followed a very balanced lifestyle. One thing that he did every day was either walk or bike to his office. And that's something that I recently have started doing myself. After over 16 years of taking the bus or the train to work, I have started this year riding my bike every day to the office. And the benefits to my health have really increased. I feel much stronger and I get my heart rate up a little bit and I get to enjoy the beautiful nature, and no longer do I have to wait for the bus to come standing on a noisy street with fumes of cars going by. So how do you take care of yourself? There's definitely some techniques you can use. Albert Einstein was famously a vegetarian, and eating more plants can be helpful for anyone's health. Drink more water and less pop and alcohol. Albert Einstein also did this. And try to sleep at least 7 hours a night. Sleep is something that, as my husband is a sleep therapist, I've learned a little bit about sleep and how to improve my sleep through better hygiene, and that's definitely another thing to think about. The final area I'd like to talk about is productivity and getting things done. There is a 4-step process to organizing your life. The first step is to gather all the information and the tasks, all the loose ends in your world, and capture them in a system that you can analyze. The next step is to sort through all the information, prioritize it by dates. And then the next step is to categorize it or filter it into different buckets. And then finally, choose one thing to work on right now. Obama, the former president of the United States, has a famous quote that he said, "The best way to not feel hopeless is to get up and do something. Don't wait for good things to happen to you. If you go out and do some good, make some good things happen, you will fill the world with hope and you will fill yourself with hope." So these are the points that I wanted to discuss today. First of all, your motivation, having a clear purpose. I talked a bit about Steve Jobs and his purpose in life and how we can be inspired by him. I next talked about health and how someone like Albert Einstein, even though he is one of the most highly regarded geniuses, he also cared about his health and found that being healthy was the foundation for his intellectual activities. And finally, I shared with you 4 steps for productivity: the gathering, the sorting, the filtering, and the actual doing or the acting, and illustrated by a quote from Obama. So I'll leave you with one more quote from Nelson Mandela, who said, "It always seems impossible until it's done." So start today, and start now, and start here.